Fuck. Where can I put this? I'll be hopping on now. Don't worry, I'm hopping on now. I'm hopping on now. Why isn't Talia in this? This is weird. What's going on? Huh. Milo, what's up? Hello, Talia. How's your day so far? I think you're muted. I can't hear you. No, you're not muted. Huh. That's weird. Can you hear me? Thumbs up? You can hear me? Yeah? Interesting. That is weird. There she is. My superstar. How you doing, Wanda? Oh, it's definitely Talia. I think it's definitely me because I can't hear her either. That's weird. Hmm. Hmm. Can you hear me now? Anyone could can you guys speak so I could hear you? No, can't hear you. Fuck. What is going on? Hmm. This is weird. Hmm. Fuck. But you guys could hear me? Yeah? That's weird. Shit. All right, you know what? Let me just start this anyway. As long as you guys could hear me. It's weird. Oh, you know what? I think why. I think I know why. I think I know why. Sure. Microphone, speaker. Boom. Okay. All right.
How this is going so far.
Oh, I can hear you guys now. Cool.
Okay. That's good. I just found out you were online through Instagram.
Yeah. That's odd. I'm doing great. Why isn't... Did nobody see the message? Guys, we are live on Zoom 6. I hope nobody got confused with our 8 p.m. Anyways, all right, let's just start. Cool. Okay, so today's topic is starving yourself and why you are stuck. Let's be honest here. How many of you guys and ladies on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube have felt a little heavier and decided, you know what? Let me just not starve myself, but let me just eat very, 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 very light. I know I've done it. Have you guys done it? Yes? Talia says yes. What about you, Wanda? I'm not going to lie. I have, especially now. Ooh. Okay, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to be teaching about this and what the benefits and the consequences are about this. So, eating like a bird will make you feel like shit. Eating like a bird will make you feel like shit. Like right now, I haven't eaten dinner. I'm eating on some protein meat bars. That's literally, you gotta preach what you say, right? Anyway, so no energy means no results, means no fun. Energy, results, fun. If you have no energy, you're not gonna get any results. And if you're not gonna get any results, you're not gonna be happy, you're not gonna feel fun. You're not gonna have fun during your journey. And this is supposed to be a fun journey. So what most people do is cut carbs, cut calories, skip meals. And then what happens? Wanda, be honest, since you're being honest with me, feel free to go to unmute yourself or even put it on the chat. How do you feel right now doing that?
Honestly, I feel guilty, lost, all that put together because it's been rough for me right now since all the things that have been happening all this month. It's been a lot. So I was like, oh my goodness, this numbers on the scales, like you said yesterday, frustrated me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, let me eat less.
Yeah.
That's what I thought about. And I just like today I started saying, I have to eat less now. And it was just a thought today, funny that you said that now.
The irony, right?
Yes, an irony. Now I'm listening.
Yeah. So a lot of people in your shoes, Wanda, because in your case it was an injury. Okay. Do you mind if I just speak about your position? Okay. So a lot of women can relate. So my girl Wanda, she is a beast. She's been working out, showing up every single day to her workouts, logging in her foods, talking to me, talking to our mindset coach, becoming literally basically best friends with Shirley, our nutritionist. Everything was on point until she injured her back. It wasn't gym related. It was something else, right?
It was because I live in the 15th floor.
Yeah.
There was a flood in my house and the next door neighbor's house. And so there was no elevator. I carry my carry-on luggage was heavy all the way to the 15th floor. So I put too much pressure on the back muscle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was on medication and still today I still feel it.
And there's gonna be, and I was telling Wanda, whenever, this is not related to the topic, but I was telling Wanda, when you end up getting injured, because it's not if you get injured, it's when. It's not if, but when. Athletes get injured, professionals get injured. So you should be prepared to be someone injured, but the whole goal is to minimize the level of injury. Now, let's say Wanda, just to say, if Wanda started her fitness journey maybe 5 years ago, I'm sure she would have been able to carry the luggage up 15 flights of stairs. And I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's reality. Now, she took that first step. She said, "I'm gonna be a strong mom, a strong woman, and I'm gonna start taking priority and put this hand through, grab life on his throat, and really just go beyond." And she started this journey with me, which was great. However, if she started earlier, she would have been strong enough and not gotten injured. So going back into the situation, to the topic is not if you get injured, is but when you get injured, you need to be prepared for that. Now, that being said, the consistency in the hamster wheel that a lot of people end up being stuck in is the fact that they start being consistent for a few days, then they stop because they don't see the results after a few days. And then they're in a hamster wheel of stopping and then going, stopping and going. even though knowing that it's a fitness journey and it's a process. So that being said, going back to the topic and looping it back into the topic is you have to give your body some time to adapt to this new lifestyle, which would increase your metabolism. And if it increases your metabolism in easy words, if some of you don't know, is the rate of your body burning calories and using it as energy. If your metabolism is low, your body will shut down. If your metabolism is high, your body's going to be like, oh, I don't need your calories. It's fine. Let's keep burning. Let's keep burning. It's fine. Now, if you restrict your calories, your body's going to shut down. Now, if you stay consistent with eating well, eating consistently, eating multiple times a day, and not starving yourself, your metabolism will go up. You will start seeing results. So that will, in turn, domino effect, will make you show up to the gym more consistently because you want to start seeing results, and then you're not going to get injured. However, if you get into this hamster wheel of trying something, then stopping, trying, then stopping, you're going to try it, then stop, and your metabolism doesn't know what's going on. Your metabolism will go slow down. It'll hold on to fat. So then when you end up trying a program for, let's say, 4 weeks or 2 months, and then you don't see results and you stop it, your metabolism was on the rise, and then it just resets. So every single time you stop and go, it resets. You're starting from day one again. That's how your body takes it. So the advice that I've been telling Wanda is, Wanda, make sure you're just keep showing up to yourself, because you don't want that metabolism to go down. Keep showing up to yourself. Now she's being vulnerable and she's being honest, which I appreciate. She's starting to see the scale and it's going up, and now she's restricting her calories. But now after this conversation, this is going to change her life right now. Why? Because if you cut your carbs, hey Natasha, if you cut your calories and maybe start skipping meals, you will still feel soft. You will still feel bloated. You'll still feel tired. Still feel stuck. And that will kill the willpower in you. Wanda, when you feel stuck, do you feel like your willpower is up or down? Down. She says down. Okay. So, guys, just think about it. If you step back, not many trainers say this. You ladies are blessed with the gift of having a more efficient metabolism than men. Okay? So if your trainer is telling you eat more frequently. You guys are living life. When I train men, it's a little different from when I train women. When I train men, it's like, hey, just stop eating, restrict your calories a little bit, and just stay consistent because you produce testosterone. With estrogen being high, and it's a little too much sauce, but I'm telling you guys this because with the women hormones, your metabolism can be a little bit more consistent if you stay consistent. Now, if you stay consistent, then the more food you eat, the more energy you have, the better workouts you'll have, and the more results you end up seeing. It's a domino effect. Women are blessed to do that. Men, it's a little harder. It's a little harder, especially with testosterone going down. Hormones absolutely affect age. Absolutely. If you ever think about it, either you're a man or a woman, menopause is hormonal. And there's the dip of testosterone for men after a certain age is a male's version of menopause as well. We just see it sooner. That's why typically we get made fun of because, we start getting bald by 30, we start getting fat by 30, we can't last long after 30, like all these things we get made, like we see menopause a little earlier. There's a terminology There's a new word. They just actually kind of like diagnosed it recently in the last year or two. I can't remember the name, the male version of menopause. If Shirley was here, god damn it. If Shirley was here, she would have told me. Anyways, so I had this one client. Her name was Lisa. She was a busy mom. She was a mom of two. And she was stuck eating 1,300 calories. She was constantly tired. She was very moody. She would always argue with her hubby. She was married. She would always argue with her hubby. And her body wasn't changing at all. Me as a trainer and Shirley being part of my team, Shirley my nutritionist by the way, we worked together to increase Lisa's calories to 1,800. So we increased her calories by 500 calories by adding more protein, gave her more solid meals throughout the days, especially on the days that she does work out. And in 4 weeks, she lost 3 inches off her waist. She started going to the bathroom regularly. This all goes into play, guys and ladies. She started going to the bathroom regularly. She finally felt like herself again. She messaged me after that 4th week, and she said, I can't believe I'm eating more and looking leaner. She said, I can't believe I'm eating more and looking leaner. That's the beauty of eating more, but also getting a game plan, a blueprint, having a professional guide you, like a nutritionist. Or if you want to do the work yourself, you could get MyFitnessPal, start calculating your numbers, and start applying it and do it every single day. But what happens is sometimes you need that accountability, sometimes you need that push. Just like personal training. Everybody knows how to lose weight. They just need to work out, they need to show up to the gym, and they need to eat well. But the issue is the accountability. Right? Okay, are we following Instagram, TikTok, YouTube? Yes? Fire emoji chat on the Zoom. I want a fire emoji. Let's see. Thank you, Wanda. Fire emoji. I want to see fire emoji. Everybody following me. Yes, Talia. Talia's following mode. Yeah. I am Jayco. Fire emoji. I love it, YouTube. Look at that. How to be a better personal trainer. Look at that. Even, listen, on YouTube, even personal trainers are watching me. Taking notes. I love it. Thank you. You will become a better personal trainer. Speaking like this, doing your education, learning. Look at that. Donnie and Natalia is on Instagram. It's alright. I forgive you guys because you guys are on Instagram and I'm gonna see you guys a little later. So I'm forgiving you guys. Alright, so I want to give you guys the 3 secrets to burning fat by eating more. You guys ready? Have your notes, have your paper, have your pen, and we're gonna dissect each. Natalia says, I'm sorry. Can you believe this girl, Talia? Even your sister showing up, girl. Come on. Focus. All right. Starvation mode is real. That's secret number 1. Starvation mode is real. I always make this comparison. You ready? Think back in the Ice Age, when it's cold outside and we were cavemen and cavewomen. And there was no animals to hunt and prey on. What would the body do? The body would shut down, hold on to as much fat as possible so that we can survive the winter. And you would technically starve. Your body, evolutionarily speaking, would hold on to as much fat as possible because it wanted to survive. Starving yourself makes you be in an ice age. Starving yourself makes you be in an ice age. Your body, evolutionarily speaking, would say, oh, we're in an ice age again. I thought we were done 2,000 years ago. I guess not. And starts holding on to fat again. Oh, look at that. I had to bully Natalia into this. Hi, Natalia.
That's wild, Brian. That's crazy.
Damn. All right. So when you undereat, your body thinks it's in an ice age. It's in starvation mode. So it'll hold on to fat. It holds on to water, and it slows everything down. That's homeostasis. That's the body, evolutionarily speaking. You're not broken. Your body is just trying to protect you. That's some sauce right there. You're not broken, but your body's trying to protect you.
Brian, I'm telling you, you come up with some stuff that I was like, oh, that was fire.
It's crazy. And then you know what's crazy? When I end up making content, I'm like, damn, what did I say on this call? Jesus. That's insane. All right. So any questions on that? Thumbs up emoji if you guys are following me. Thumbs up emoji. Love it. Okay. So next tip, next secret to burning fat by eating more. Flexible dieting equals freedom. Flexible dieting equals freedom. What do I mean by that, Brian? Brian, why are you giving me a diet plan if you're saying flexible dieting is freedom? This is a good question. The first stage, and I'm gonna tell you this honestly. The first stage of personal training when I train a client is I want to know whether you're gonna follow directions. That's why I start off with easy workouts 1 to 2 times a week. That's why I start off with a very simple meal plan. I want to know if you're gonna apply or if you're not gonna apply. If you're gonna do the workout, if you're not gonna do the workout. That's the first week. Now, if we have inconsistency issues or accountability issues or showing up issues, I keep you on that. But once you start showing that you're like really committed and you're doing it, now it's time for phase 2. Phase 2 is let's start being flexible on the dieting. However, you want to start tracking food. That's where the tracking food comes in. So this means you have a little bit more freedom. You can eat the food you love, but you have to be responsible with your budget of calories. If you go to the mall and you only have $5,000 to spend, you're going to be limited on the certain things you want. It's the same thing. You have 1,800 calories, 1,500 calories to spend. You want to choose what you're going to spend it on. Now, are you going to spend the $5,000 on a dress? Are you going to spend the 1,800 calories on a cheesecake? That's a conversation you're going to have by yourself. You're going to have to skip breakfast. Think about it. Skip breakfast, skip snacks, skip lunch, just so you can have a piece of cheesecake at night. Imagine that. What kind of BS is that? Sems, you should be... Semra, I better see you on the call tonight. Now that you're back. Okay? So it's not about being perfect, because perfect is not real. It's about being consistent and being realistic. Realistically, are you going to have cheesecake for dinner every single day? No. But are you going to feel guilty if you have cheesecake? You shouldn't. You should be on the Zoom. It is the call, but it's the call for the challengers. You're a client, girl. Come on, Samra. All right, the third secret. Protein is a game changer. Protein, protein, protein. Protein is your best friend. Brian, why is it your best friend? It controls your cravings. It keeps you full longer. Bye. I'll see you at 8 p.m. Go on the chat, click on the Zoom, and I'm going to see you on the Zoom call. Protein is a game changer. So it controls cravings, keeps you full, and builds lean muscle. Most women In the span of my career of 13 years of training women, they eat half the protein they need to see results. That's why I really emphasize this for my girls, for my moms out there. You end up having like Greek yogurt, one Greek yogurt, and you're like, okay, I think I'm good with protein for the day. No, that's like 12 grams of protein. Natalia's laughing. You know? So if you want that, who wants that tone tight look? Yeah. You gotta eat your protein. You gotta eat your protein. Think about it. If you starve yourself, you're gonna get that loose skin. You're gonna look like those marathon runners that like starve themselves, and you're gonna have like the bingo mom arms. We don't want the bingo mom arms. So if you build muscle, you have protein in your diet, you start tightening up the skin because your muscle ends up growing inside the skin. It starts filling up that loose skin. So then you will end up having that tight tone look. Okay? So, homework for today. The homework for the challengers today is I want you guys to track what you guys ate today, either on MyFitnessPal or on the app. Any tracker you use, I want to know what you ate today. Not for me, but for yourself. I want you to step back and look at how many calories you consumed. That's your takeaway for today. Okay? You do this, you screenshot it, you can take a picture if you're old school, notebook, pad, whatever, or if you want to be a little bit more 2025, MyFitnessPal, use the app, screenshot it, post it on the community chat. Extra brownie points, consistency, showing up, get that cash for the 4th day. You guys are almost there. You guys are on the 3rd out of the 4th day. Tomorrow's the last day. Let's do it. Finish strong. You're past halfway. Don't give up now. Don't give up now. You guys already showed up 75% of the time already. Okay? So that is your homework. That's your takeaway. Now, like I said before, let's stay consistent. Before we do a Q&A of 3 minutes, we have 10 seconds of taking a quick picture, posting it on Instagram, tagging Abarca Fitness. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Any one of you guys have any questions? Wanda, shoot.
When you say that you have to eat all your protein, is protein powder recommended for us ladies, for example?
Yes.
What kind?
In general, I would not stress about the kind. Just look for a protein powder. Go on Amazon, go on Google. If you want a recommendation, I'll type it in here right now. I love Combat by Muscle Farm. I love Naked Whey protein. That's a little bit more organic and a grass-fed animal protein. And then if you're vegan, organic protein with probiotics. I swear by all of these. I've taken all 3 of them. I still take all 3 of them. Organic protein with probiotics. I really like that. It doesn't give me that bloating feeling. If everybody's different. If you feel that way, yeah. Talia loves it. If you feel that way with like milk and lactose and creamers and things like that, maybe stick with either the naked whey protein, which is more organic, more natural, natural ingredients, okay, or organic orgain protein with probiotics. The extra perk with the orgain organic protein, it will give you some probiotics, so it'll help you go to the bathroom more regularly if you have trouble doing that. So that's really, really good. And Wanda, I hesitated a little bit, like giving you the specific types, not because I don't want to share, is because that right there, like that's a phenomenal question. However, most people get stuck with the types and what kinds and what brands, and it's understandable because you can't really trust different brands nowadays. But in general, the whole goal is just to start, just to do it, rather than being stuck with so many options. That's why I hesitated. You know, it's almost like when you're about to buy a house or an apartment, you're stuck, you're just like, oh man, like I don't know what color the kitchen should be. Like you didn't even buy the house yet. Why are you thinking about that? Just start. Just buy it. You know? That's why I hesitated. But yeah, good question. Any other questions? No? All right. Love you all. I'll see you guys in an hour. Bye.